It's probably good to put a limit on it, the number of lords. If the prime minister is just allowed to appoint as many as they want, doesn't that mess with the balance of power? That is definitely probably the best YouTube ad that I've ever seen. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is your Midwest boy, Ethan, and today we're going to be learning how you become a lord. I've been wanting to learn how the UK government works for a while, and one of you all suggested that I check out this channel called Jay Foreman, and he has like a little mini series of how the UK government works. So today I'm going to watch the first video of that, and it is titled How to Become a Lord. And my plan is just to go through all these videos within the next couple weeks, and hopefully by the end of it have a pretty good grasp of how the UK government system works. With that being said, guys, please make sure that you like, share, and turn that notification bell on. If you're new to the channel, I'm an American that reacts and learns about other things outside of the US, trying to expand my knowledge of other countries and cultures. That is what I do. So if you like that, please make sure you subscribe. And now with that, let's get right in this video and learn how you become a lord.
The House of Lords, or to give it its proper title, the Right Honourable, the Lord Spiritual and Temporal of the United Kingdom of Great
That's such a long title.
Britain and Northern Ireland.
So right off the bat, great intro. I haven't seen anything by this guy, but I already know I'm gonna like him.
And Northern Ireland in Parliament Assembled.gov.uk is a big room in that building there, and it's full of lords.
Lords, also known as peers, have a really important job. They look at the ideas that the MPs come up with for new laws and check the fine details to make sure they're just right. If they're not happy, they send them back and say, do it again.
Being a peer is brilliant.
You get to wear fancy red robes, people have to call you Lord something, you get £300 expenses per day, you can fly, you're allowed to sleep during debates, and you get to keep the job for life.
That sounds like a pretty good gig, honestly. £300 per day just for expenses? Is that like their salary, or do they not get paid for their duty, I guess?
So, how do you get to be one?
1. Be born a hereditary peer. If your dad is a hereditary peer, you get to take his place when he dies. This used to be only for men, but it was changed to include women in 1963, as long as they don't have any brothers. 2. Be an Anglican bishop.
If you're a bishop in the Church of England, you automatically get a seat in the House of Lords, because if you know how to run a church, you know how to run the country.
I'm sure a lot of people would argue that.
3. Be chosen by the Prime Minister. Prime Ministers can stuff the House with as many lords as they like during their time in office. If you want to be picked, though not essential, it helps if you've donated money to their party.
Now, if to you any of this seems surprising or archaic or batshit, then there's good news. There have been some changes over the past few years to drag the House of Lords kicking and screaming into the 19th century.
1. The number of hereditary peers is now limited to 92.
By the way, that doesn't mean there are 92 remaining that we're waiting for to die. When one family dies out, the other lords have a vote to replace them from a pool of about 800 aristocrats. So there will always be 92 of them.
2.
It's probably good to put a limit on it, the number of lords. I was going to ask if you're allowed if the prime minister is just allowed to appoint as many as they want, doesn't that mess with the balance of power?
Leaders of other religions get to be lords.
The 26 Church of England bishops have now been joined by leaders of other faiths. 1 Methodist, 1 Scottish Presbyterian, 1 Church of Ireland, and 2 rabbis.
Oh, such diversity.
3. The Prime Minister has been asked nicely not to give so many peerages. 4. In 2001, they introduced a new way of getting lords into the House. The Appointments Commission. The Appointments Commission's job is to pick people from the real world outside the usual batch of ex-cabinet ministers.
These people's peers
That was some awesome editing right there.
are chosen for their skills and experience, such as if they're experts in law, or science, or the arts, or beer.
Thus assuring that the House of Lords is truly representative of the British people it serves, with the exception of the 92 hereditary peers, 26 godbrothers, and 620 life peers chosen by the Prime Minister, who ultimately have the final say on the laws that govern our country despite not being elected, which arguably is a positive thing because it means they're less caught up in party politics and can concentrate on getting the job done, but it also makes them completely unaccountable, and the paltry reforms in 1999 served only to legitimise how inherently undemocratic the entire institution is and delay any meaningful reform for the foreseeable future, whilst we continue to labour under the assumption that we live in a democracy and still have a monarch.
You know what? I can't
You
be
rambled off so much there, so fast.
bothered to talk about this anymore. The end.
That's it?
Son, I'm dying. Yes, Father, you are. I'm going to die, son. I know, Father. It's a thundering nuisance.
Oh my
Come
gosh.
closer. Closer. Closer.
is this?
There's something really important I want to say to you. What is it, Father? The Great Courses Plus is an online video learning service with lectures from top-notch professors from Ivy League universities. There are more than 8,000 courses with new ones added every month, such as this one about English history to find out more about the House of Lords. Sign up for a free 30-day trial today with thegreatcoursesplus.com/jforeman. The Great Courses Plus, whoopee! Wow. I think it's only right that you honour my dead father and click the link in the description below to start your free trial with the Great Courses Plus. Honour my dead...
Oh my gosh. I was not expecting that ending. That is definitely probably the best YouTube ad that I've ever seen. That was amazing. There's still a lot of questions about the Lords I don't quite understand, so maybe he covers that in his other videos. I'm not for sure. If not though, and there's a better video that goes into detail of how the UK government works, let me know. For some weird reason, it's hard to find a good video breaking down the UK government. So guys, help me out if you can. If you know of one, please share it. Message me on Instagram, comment below. If he does cover it later in his videos, great. If not though, guys, if you can help me out, that'd be greatly appreciated. With that being said, that's all I have for the video. I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much.